Hey there, Jonah here. I'm going to be making an update video. I just recently watched the last video I posted about 10-ish months ago, and it was basically talking about how depressed I felt, how trapped I felt. It was basically a downer. And so I wanted to do an update about how I'm feeling approximately 10 months later. Since then, I have moved downtown Phoenix. I was living in Mesa, close to my work, which was nice, but now I live right downtown, about a half mile from the stadium, Bank One Ballpark or Chase Field or whatever, which is really cool. And I like living downtown. I like a couple bars down here. I have just been having a really good time living downtown. My living situation is really good. My apartment's really cute. We have a beautiful view of the cityscape. And so it's been a really good part of my life. I was really happy that I moved down here and have met a few new people. Um, I can't really remember why I was so depressed 10 months ago. Well, I was depressed for a really long time, but it was kind of at its peak about 10-ish months ago. Since then, I have moved, but I've also said goodbye to quite a few people in my life who, you know, made a lasting impression on who I am, which was very hard for me, but also I think maybe a little bit important for me to kind of change. And I've met a few new people who I love dearly. Um, and so that's been quite a big change that I've gone through, and I kind of started mastering the art of letting go, which I still need to continue working on for the rest of my life because it's not easy. Another reason why I have been doing so well from last year is that I started working out regularly. I started running because I didn't like running before, and so I said, I'm gonna like it. I forced myself to start running, and I've gotten a lot better. I have run in 2 races this year, and my goal, which I don't know if I'm going to meet, but I will meet it sooner than later, is to run a 5K, which I ran, a 10K, which I ran, and a half marathon. And I'm looking to possibly sign up for one in February, the Phoenix Half Marathon or PF Chang's, something like that. I don't know. But it's a goal that I set out to accomplish, and I will do it. Outside of that, I started lifting weights thanks to a friend of mine, Charlie. She wrote me up a plan, and I was going to the gym regularly. And 2 months ago, I signed up for CrossFit. I always talk shit about CrossFit. I always thought it was a cult and all that stuff. But I think secretly I just really wanted to do it, but I didn't feel confident enough to work out with people. So thanks to Charlie's plan, I got a good base, and I said, screw it. I'm going to go ahead and try CrossFit. It's been a great 2 months. I have learned a lot about lifting weights. I've learned a lot of techniques, and I learned a lot about myself and how willing I am to continually push myself. I'm still not even close to being as good as the other people there, but I've I've gotten so much better, and it's been a really good experience. I go with my friend Alex, who has been a delight and who has really helped push me, and it's been really cool to be able to spend so much time with her in the mornings. We go at 6 a.m., so that's pretty fun. One of the reasons why I wasn't so interested in signing up for CrossFit was because I have had issues in the past. Not issues, but reservations with hanging out with a large group of cisgender males. I've never really done it. I've always had a few male friends here and there who I love very dearly, they're very close to my heart. But hanging out in a group, I just always felt very uncomfortable. I felt very alien, very isolated. And it's not necessarily anything that they do, it's just that I don't connect with them on any type of level, I don't believe. I just feel very uncomfortable around them in a large setting, a large group setting. Um, and, I was really scared to join CrossFit because of that reason, because of the macho-ness and the competition and the testosterone. And I like being around women, I like being around femininity, and I was very worried. And there definitely are some guys at the gym who are very macho and irritate me a lot. But I've been surprised at the group of people who are there. Um, a lot of the guys are very sweet. A lot of the women are very sweet as well. There's a few people of the LGBTQA influence, but mainly just gay men. And I believe that I met a lesbian there. I don't want to assume that she's a lesbian, but I stalked her Facebook, so I'm pretty sure I'm right. But that's neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter. But I just found it interesting that there's LGBTQA people there. It made me very happy. I have not come out at my gym. I don't plan on it. I don't know anybody well enough. It doesn't matter. I don't feel the need to tell anybody. When I first started at the gym, I felt like I wanted to tell people because I didn't want them to expect me to be able to do the things that the cisgender males were able to do. And that was such a barrier for me. Now I can't believe that I wanted to say anything because it doesn't matter. And it's not a gendered sport, so I don't really understand why I was making it into something that it wasn't. I'm honestly embarrassed at that reasoning, but whatever. I don't worry about it anymore. It's really fun, so that's good. Another reason why I've been feeling good lately is because about 5 weeks ago I decided to become a vegan. That has been a really good transition for me. I feel really good. I feel really healthy. I have lost a few pounds, nothing substantial, but I feel a lot better. And after researching a lot about the meat industry and the dairy farming industry, I don't want to say I'll never eat that stuff again, but I just don't see myself doing it. It's so corrupt. It's so sad. I could cry. I could cry at how upsetting it is, especially because I'm such an animal lover. Oh, my little cat. Hi. So that has been a new transition for me, which has been very good. A lot of people were like, why would you do that? And I think it's been a really good decision for me, and I feel really good. So that's been another thing that has made me feel really good lately. So working out, making new friends, changing my environment has been really good. And I'm so happy that this summer I was able to see my good friend Chloe. We've been friends for 21 years, and we just finished a trip together. We went to Portland and Seattle. And before that, I went to Denver and had a great time. I went to Gay Pride with my friend Savannah, and it was really fun. It was super hot there that weekend, but I enjoyed it. I liked Denver a lot. So I decided that this summer was going to be the summer that I choose where I want to move. My goal is to move by the end of next spring. My lease is up in June, so that would be an appropriate time for me. My number one pick at the moment is Portland, Oregon, because it's beautiful. I did go during the summer, so it was not very rainy, and so I want to go again to see if I can really deal with the rain. But outside of weather apprehension, I fell in love with the city, but more so I fell in love with the queer community that I met and that I saw and that I was able to feel part of a little bit for the time I was there. And something that I really liked about it was that not only are the people diverse there, but it's not as binary as it is here or in Denver, from what I saw of Denver and what I saw of Seattle. It's not just gays and lesbians and bisexual, it's more fluid, and I really felt like I felt an awakening when I was there, and I started to really understand my queer side and I really started feeling it, and I started feeling myself, and I was like just feeling really good and comfortable. And then I had like an existential crisis because when I first started transitioning, my goal was to be stealth, period. Um, I wanted to disregard the queerness that I have. I wanted to just live under the radar. I didn't want to ever talk about it. And that was 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. And ever since then, I've definitely started to understand that I don't want to live that way. Obviously, I'm very vocal about it. But even more so when I was in Portland, I really understood that I am just queer. Like I feel like I identify myself as just queer, as a trans male, not a male. You know, there's just a huge difference, and I really started to appreciate that part of me because the people there and the community there appreciates that part of me and that part of everybody. And so I felt a really good fit there. I was only there for like a week, and even just a week, I just felt free. And, you know, here in Phoenix, I'm supported by so many people, so many lovely people, cisgender people, which is fine. It's wonderful. I love it. But I feel like there I'll be able to like flourish and really start to understand and learn myself and learn my identity and feel more comfortable because I went from female presenting to male presenting, which is fine, which is what I wanted, but I feel like because of that, I lost part of my identity because I lie somewhere in between. And you know, since I'm so masculine looking, I'm very thankful for my passing, you know, being able to pass so well. But I feel like another part of my identity has dropped off, and so I'm just continuously looking for it. And there, I think I will be able to find it and find a little more of it and feel a little bit more full and like I understand myself a little bit more because I need that. I need that a lot right now. So that's my plan right now. I'm hoping that by next June I will have money saved up or, you know, have a job lined up or have the confidence to even leave because I've been living here my whole life and I love living near my parents. They're such a huge support for me. I honestly can't imagine living super far from them, but I believe that at least for a little bit I need to kind of go away and really tap into myself and just meet people who can help guide me. I know that nobody can guide me into finding myself, but people who can understand me a little bit more. That's not saying people don't understand me, but people who can understand what my journey is going to be. All right, peace.